A woman was stranded in the middle of a vast desert. Suddenly, she spotted a passenger airplane sitting in a deserted valley. Hope filled her heart because she believed she had finally found a way back home. She shouted for help as loudly as she could, but no one answered. Refusing to give up, she climbed the stairs and carefully entered the aircraft. When she reached the cockpit, she realized the plane had been abandoned for many years. Although disappointed, she refused to lose hope. She searched the crew compartment but found nothing except an empty bucket. Looking out of the window, she suddenly came up with an idea. She removed a tire from the plane, set it on fire, and hoped the thick black smoke would attract help, but no one came. After that, she walked toward a nearby river. Using a small plastic cup, she slowly filled the bucket with water. Even though she was desperately thirsty, she didn't drink a single drop. Instead, she carried the heavy bucket toward her destination. When she finally arrived, her heart sank. Inside a parked car was a small child who had once been happily playing, but was now lying unconscious with red marks on his face. The woman climbed onto the car and desperately called out to him, but he didn't move. It looked as if he were trapped in a deep sleep. She poured every drop of water over the car to cool down the inside. A few moments later, the child's tiny finger moved. Tears of joy filled her eyes. Determined to save him, she gathered dry wood and started a fire in front of the car, hoping the smoke would trigger the doors to unlock. Instead, the modern car activated a warning system, and its cooling fan shut down. Realizing her mistake, she used the remaining water to extinguish the fire. But by then, the temperature inside the car had reached 108 degrees. The child lost consciousness once again. Heartbroken, the woman grabbed a large wrench and struck the car with all her strength. She even tried breaking the door handle, but the vehicle was too strong. Suddenly, one of the wheels began to move. Horrified, she tried to stop the car, but it was far too heavy. Slowly, it rolled toward the edge of a cliff where it could plunge into the canyon below. At the last moment, a small rock became lodged beneath the wheel, stopping the car right at the edge. But the child's condition was growing worse. The woman made a desperate decision. Using the wrench, she removed the rock and pushed the car toward the cliff herself. As the vehicle tilted forward, its automatic safety system activated. The suspension adjusted, the car stabilized itself, and safely descended to the ground below. The woman immediately ran to the child. That's when she noticed a light glowing beside the door handle. She pulled the handle, opened the door, and finally reached him. The child was still unconscious. Knowing every second mattered, she got into the car, pressed the start button, and drove through the rough valley roads toward the nearest hospital. A short time later, they arrived, and the child slowly opened his eyes.